Hello everybody, welcome to Wizard of Mo Games. My name is Kenny, and today I am going to be playing Small Time Heroes. I just got this Kickstarter about a week ago. I'm very excited for it. It seems like a really small uh, boss battler in a way. Um, I'm not going to go over all the rules up front. I'll just kind of go over them as we go along, and I'm just going to do a quick playthrough. So I have chosen to use the Rogue. The other character is this knight, I believe, or warrior. Um, and basically, the warrior has a special card where you can get items. And you attach them to like the left, the right, and the bottom of the card, and it gives you bonuses. The rogue has concealed and unconcealed. So depending on which, when you're concealed, you can get some bonuses to your abilities. All right. The basic idea of the game is you're going to play cards. Those cards are going to have an energy cost. They're going to have a certain type. Then they're going to do something. The idea is to clear all the monsters in a wave. Once you complete the wave, you're going to get this reward, which lets you deck build essentially. So down here in the bottom right corner is my market. And I will, depending on the card, like the next one coming up, I know I beat the first wave. I can clear all the cards out of here. I can also draft 2 of them and put them in my deck. All right. So let's go around the board like I always do. We got our Wizard of Mo game logos right here. I have the level 1, level 2, and level 3 monsters. So wave 1 will be from 1, wave 2, and then wave 3. I've got our tokens here, strength modifiers, blocks, double damage, strength, and I don't know what this other token is, but I know we're not going to use it. And then we have our boss. So the first part of the boss is we're going to be fighting the Horde, which is the waves of enemies coming through. And they have what's called an intent deck, which is over here. So this intent deck is kind of going to give you an idea of which enemy is going to trigger. All right. Before we get to the enemies, basically whatever symbol comes out of here, the Horde will also do. And there's a number of them here, and we'll just read them as they go along. Once we finish all the waves, we'll flip them over, and then we'll have the boss. He's going to have the same idea, intent card, see what that symbol is, and then activate that ability. We have placed three health markers here that the creatures will come out. This one's square, this one's circle, this one's triangle, diamond. Again, though they're going to tie to the intent cards. So once it comes out and it's like, so if I see circle and triangle, I'm going to say it's going to be one of these 2 features that are going to activate. I may ignore this one as far as attacking them. So that's how all of that works. I've got my character board here, the rogue. I've got some tokens. Block always goes away at the beginning of your turn. And then there's probably some negative status effects that would go away, or that you keep until the end of the wave. And those are going to be like your strength modifiers. All right. My concealed, unconcealed cards, potions. They're usually rewards on some of the monsters when you defeat them. My market and the market deck. All right. I've got my quick reference guide here because there's quite a few symbols. I may have to reference it every once in a while. But let's see if I can get through the wolf pack. All right, so the first thing that you do is you get to draft one of these cards and put them in your deck and then pull out a new one. So from what I understand from the rogue, there's a couple of paths you can take. One is what's called ambush. If you discard a card with ambush, you get to activate it. Right. So I may be looking to try to do some of that. She also has prepare cards, where the cost of the prepare card is reduced based on the number of prior played cards that don't have prepare on. So depending on what those are, you can play them for free. So right now I see for 5 cost, vicious attack, prepare, deal 10 damage, finale. And I think finale says it has to be the last card. It ends your turn. No matter how much I read these things, there's always a new keyword. Finale, if this card is played as the last card in your hand, play it again. as the last card in your hand. Play it again. Wow, so for 5 cost prepare, deal 10 damage. I could deal 20 damage. That is really hard to get off because I only have 3 energy. So unless I'd have to play a bunch of 0 costs that are not prepare, reduce this cost down to like 2, 3, and then spend 3 to play it. So that's a tough one. We've got quick draw, deal 3 damage, draw 1 card, ambush. We've got reverse, cost 2, prepare, gain 3 block, finale. So if it's the last card, get 6 block. And then we've got a 0 cost insight, discard 1, gain energy of the discarded card. Okay. So that's not a bad one to have with the vicious attack, because I can discard the vicious attack and get 5 energy. So that's one way to get more energy. That's a nice card, actually. Do I want the quick draw? I mean, they're not going to go away. I guess I just have to decide what I want to start with. Deal 3 damage, draw 1 card, ambush. I don't know that I have any draw or discard capability in my base deck. I do like this insight. Discard 1 to gain energy. And it costs 0, so I'm actually winning out on that. So let's go ahead and grab that one. I'm going to put it in my deck and shuffle it. All right, there we go. And draw a new card. It is Showstopper. Deal 4 damage, finale, ambush. So now we're going to reveal our monsters, enemies. There's one, there's a second, there's a third. We'll just grab one of these guys. Show you that's how much damage they're going to deal. That's how much HP they have. And then they have a different effect. So this one activates. When he activates, he's going to deal 1 damage for every other minion. This guy, when he arrives, give all other minions +1 strength. So now this guy is 5 and this guy is 5. And he's also a wolf father. Deal 1 damage for every other minion. All right, I'm going to shuffle my intent deck. Close my eyes so I don't see what's on top. All right, looks like it's... Ooh, it's the 3 vertical bars, all minions activate. It's the horizontal bars, all minions gain 5 block and 2 strength. All right, it's already not a great start. I start unconcealed. Here we go. We draw 5 cards. All right, I've got Shadow Block. Gain 2 block if concealed, draw 2 cards. I've got a Conceal that lets me conceal. Acrobatics, Prepare. Gain 1 block, draw 2 cards. Deal 1 damage, conceal. Deal 1 damage if concealed, deal 5 damage. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Conceal free, so that'll make us concealed. Then I'm going to spend 1 to play Shadow Block. So I'll gain 2 block. All right, and if concealed, draw 2 cards. I'm looking for damage. Got it. I got a lot of damage. Oh, and I did have a base discard. Okay. Thought I had something with ambush. I do not. So let's go ahead and spend 1 to backstab. Deal 1 damage. If concealed, deal 5 damage instead. Trying to see. It's unfortunate the other guys have the +1 strength. I do have a deal 3 damage that I can play next. So I can take out one of the wolf fathers so that I'm not taking too much damage. I wish I had a damage and a shield or a block. Got 2 blocks. So let's deal. Oh wait, I forgot to put HP out. can look at the rewards. So this Alpha Wolf will allow me to clear 2 cards in my market. So not really a combat-centric one. It's going to help me out right now. So let's go ahead and do the 5 damage here. That drops him down to 2. Once you deal damage or conceal damage, you are unconcealed. Now, the other thing about conceal is you can half the damage you're taking. Cut that in half. So I'm just 1 shy of taking out the Wolffather with this deal 1 damage and concealing at the same time. So we're just going to spend our last one to deal 3 damage. Take out this Wolffather. All right, so he goes to a discard pile somewhere up there. He's been defeated, no reward. We can keep going, but I am out of energy and I have no free cards. So all of these get picked up and go to my discard pile. And then I draw 5. I got 3 there. Go ahead and shuffle. Draw 2 more. A fresh hand. I got my new card. Right, let me double check ambush just to make sure I didn't tell you guys wrong. Ambush. Whenever a card with ambush is discarded during your turn, not at the end, activate its ability for free. Okay, so I had it correct. So now we take the intent card, we flip it over, and it is 3 horizontal. All minions gain 5 block and 2 strength. And strength just continues stacking. Now, the block, at the beginning of their turn, you have to set the block to their natural block value. So that block that for that Alpha Wolf will go away. It's not messed with. And I'm probably going to ignore him because I see it's going to be a square or a triangle next, which means he's not going to activate. And then square or triangle for the wolf pack. All minions gain 1 strength on square. The minion with the highest health activates on triangle. Okay, so there's a chance he could activate if I reduce Wolffather's health to 0. Yeah, because I would take him down to 0, and then that would be the only wolf with the highest health, so he would activate. So there's a chance both are going to activate. That's the beginning of my turn. Block goes away. And I've got my 5 cards. Let's see what we got here. So I got a discard 1, gain energy of the discarded card. It's nice because I have this acrobatics, which is 2 energy. Or actually I can do this clever attack because it has ambush. All right, so I'm going to reset my energy to 3. Got 25 health to start, by the way. Go ahead and do this. Insight, 0 cost. Discard 1, gain energy of the discarded card. I am going to discard ambush. Now, when you play cards, they don't go to the discard pile till the end of the turn. But when you discard, they do. So I'm just putting this up here to show you. I'm going to gain 1 energy. Actually went up in energy for discarding it. And then it's going to deal 2 damage to the ambush. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit this Wolffather over here because he has +3 damage, or that's 7 damage. We want to take him out. I've got 4 energy to do it, and I've got 2, 3, 4 energy worth of cards in my. Unfortunately, this backstab is not concealed. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend 1 play block, gain 3 block. And then we are here. Then we can play acrobatics for free. It's prepare 2, and you reduce the cost of it by the number of unprepared cards before it. There's 2, so it's 0 cost. Gain 1 block, draw 2 cards. 2, and I got exactly what I wanted. which is the conceal for 0 cost. I have here. You just start doing this a little. And then let's see, he's got 5. Oh, he's got 5 left. That's perfect. I'm going to spend 1. Play backstab. Deal 5 damage because I'm concealed. That will take out this wolf. No reward for them. And I have this attack left. It's not really going to do anything because he's got 5 block. It's not going to stay in my hand at the end of the round. So we'll collect those up. Go to the discard pile. Got 3 again. Shuffle. And I got 4 block. Hopefully that's enough. He attacks for 5. Enough. 1, 2. So let's flip this card over. It is square. There's nobody there. And all minions gain 1 strength. Use up to 3 strength. The block goes away. And it's back to me. So as you can see, the enemy activations are really quick, really easy. Yeah, but this is like the easiest enemy. There's a couple other enemies with some unique mechanics. All right, so I've got that ambush that deals 2 damage, a couple prepares, a conceal, deal 4 damage, discard 2. I am not concealed anymore because I did that damage, that concealed damage. I am 3 energy. I just need to do 6 damage. This one's 4. This one's 2, so that makes sense. So let's spend 1. Deal reckless attack. You'll deal 4 damage, taking them down to 2. Discard 2. So at this point, it doesn't matter what I discard or keep because once I clear out the wave, I'm going to discard my hand and restart anyway. So I'm just going to get rid of this one. Not going to do anything. But this one, Clever Attack, has the ambush with 2 damage. So by discarding it, it activates. And I finish off the Alpha Wolf. All right, so that is the end of wave 1. I get all my cards back. And then my reward deck over here says I can clear some cards. I think it's clear the entire row. Yeah, it's basically a clear the entire row. So we don't want to do that because there was some nice cards here, like this quick draw. But I can do those in any order, so I can draft the card. Oh man, I see the 2 I want. Showstopper deals 4 damage and is an ambush. And then quick draws deal 3 damage and it's an ambush. All right, so that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to get quick draw. And I'm going to get showstopper. All right, and then this card goes away to show you the next one. So next time I will heal 3. I'll be able to either draft the card or draft the card and erase a card from my deck. So these 2 will go into my deck here. Now I've got a few cards with ambush, so I need to probably see if I can find another card with the discard capability for some synergy there. All right, so deck goes here. New cards come out. There's the conceal. Play your next attack card for free. That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. That would go great with vicious attack. Deal 10 damage. Then I got focus damage. Deal damage equal to the energy cost of your hand. Okay, I already see a couple cards I want. I was considering clearing the row, but I see some that I want. So my block goes away. We are moving on to wave 2. Let's flip those guys out. Somehow a wave 3 monster from wave 3 got into the wave 3 deck. All right, so this guy here, there's a couple things. That defense at the top, their defense is gonna be equal to that at the start of their turn. So if they're above that, it'll drop to 2. If they're below that, it'll go to 2. He's gonna let me clear the row when I take him out, and then he has the power of guard, which is basically taunt. I've got to fight him first. This guy has power, so the powers are ongoing all the time. With the react, though, he'll deal 2 damage every time I attack him. So ideally, I want to take him out in one swift blow, but I got to take care of the guy with the guard. And then the last wolf will give me a potion when he dies, and when he activates, he attacks again. Now, the attacking again is key because if he gets a strength modifier, it applies to each attack. So that's how they get stronger. So it's not like I can just say, oh, it's 4 damage plus the 2. No, it's 2 damage plus 2 and then 2 damage plus 2. This guy starts with 7. This guy starts with 5. Starts with 9. All right. Making sure energy is going to be 3. I'm unconcealed. Go ahead and get started. Deal 4 damage. Finale, ambush. Okay, so there's 1 ambush. And I got to discard 1, gain energy of the discarded card. Okay. And then I got to deal 2 damage, ambush. Okay. What do I want to do? Well, I got to hit the guy with guard, and he's got 7. I can use this discard with clever attack. Then I can conceal. Ooh, that's a tough one. If I use my shadow block to draw 2 more cards while I'm concealed, then Showstopper might not be the final card I play. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is play this one for 0. Discard 1 card. Gain energy of the discarded card. So we are going to discard Clever Attack. We'll gain 1 energy from it. It has ambush, so we will deal 2 damage to this beta wolf. Yeah, 5 left. I think I'll have enough energy to play whatever I get when I draw. So I'm going to play Conceal. Then I'm going to spend 1 to Shadow Block, gain 2 block. If concealed, draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Yep, I've got 3 energy, and I've got 3 in my hand. Oh, this is going to be perfect, actually. So he's got 5 left, which is perfect for this card. We're going to spend 1 energy to do our backstab. Deal 1 damage to conceal, deal 5 damage instead. That takes out Beta Wolf card, or Beta Wolf. He does not yet. Let me make sure that armor doesn't come on right away. I'm pretty sure it does not. Oh, it's on the back here. Enemy turn, reset. Make sure enemy has block tokens on it equal to number in its shield icon. Then fight. Yeah, they don't come out with it. Block. If minion has a shield value, they gain that amount of shield during wave setup and the enemy prepare phase. So he does get that block. Okay, so I dealt 5. I dealt 2 the first time, so the block would absorb that, and then I dealt 5. He's got 2 left. I don't think any of these guys had it. Oh, so I didn't mess that up. Okay. So he's still around. Yeah, so my initial 2 damage was absorbed by his block. And then I dealt 5 damage. That's unfortunate. I'm going to do this finale, which is 8 damage. Square's going to activate, so yeah, I might as well just take him out. This seems kind of like a waste. I'm going to spend 1, gain 3 block. And then I'm going to spend the last one, do Showstopper, deal 4 damage. It's the finale, it deals 8 damage. He only had 2 left. So good thing I caught that. Had he died, I could have done that 8 to like Ravenous Wolf or, yeah, probably, or the Omega Wolf and come close to taking them out. All right, so that's all the cards. So this will go to the discard pile. I'll drop the 5. This is the last remaining card in my deck. Now we're going to flip this intent card, which we know is a square. And that person's not there. And for the wolf pack, all minions gain 1 strength. Remember, that's the square on the boss card over here. So now it's back to us. None of them get block. None of them activated. All right. So now we have square, triangle. So I know circle's not going to activate. But I want to take out this Omega Wolf. He's got 9 HP. All right, so I've got a deal 3 damage. I got my deal 4 and discard. I got an ambush. That'll deal 3 damage and draw a card. Prepare, gain 1 block, draw 2 cards, and then deal 1 damage and conceal. I keep forgetting to flip this. I used the concealed damage last time. All right, so let's start off. He's got 9. 4 plus 3, 7 there. And then 3 there. Should be enough to take him out. So let's play Reckless Attack for 1. Deal 4 damage. Take him 9 down to 5. Discard 2. I keep forgetting it's a discard of. So we'll get rid of Silent Attack. And we will discard one new ones we got. Quick Draw. Has Ambush, so we'll be able to deal 3 damage and draw a card. 3 more damage. That's down to 2. Draw, we're going to shuffle. Oh, we got to discard 1 card, gain energy of the discarded card. We'll see. I got 2 energy left. So let's put 1 energy. No, I started with 3. Yeah, I paid 1, and then I pay 1 for this card I'm about to play. Just deals 3 damage. Enough to take out Omega Wolf. The reward is a potion. Draw a potion. Gain 2 energy. Okay, so I can spend that at any time to gain 2 energy. All right, I'm going to play this acrobatics. Excuse me. For free. This is a prepare, and I played 2 non-prepare cards before it. I will gain. Oh, so first all my blocks should have went away. Gain 1 block and draw 2 cards. All right, I've got to deal 3 damage, draw 1 card, ambush. Oh yeah, I should do that. So for 0 costs, I'm going to do Insight. Discard card, gain energy equal to its energy. Discard this one. I'll gain 1 energy, so I'll be back up to 2. I'll deal 3 damage. Go 5 down to 2. I'll draw 1 card. That goes to the discard. And I'm going to finish this wave off. I'm going to do that. Deal 4 damage. That takes out this last pop. And that one lets me draw a card. Isn't going to factor in here. Because I have finished off wave. Yeah, draw a card. Alright. So that takes care of this wave. Hit him twice. So he's going to react, deal 2 damage. One will hit this. That'll take me down 1, and then he'll deal 2. Took some damage there. Alright, now that I go to my wave reward, I heal 3. 1, 2, 3. Takes me back up to 25. I have 3 energy. And I can draft the card, or I can draft and destroy a card. So looking at my draft, I still see this nice vicious attack, but that's 10 damage. I kind of got up to 4 energy, but I don't know that I'm going to get up to 5 reliably. I got stealth attack, conceal. Play your next attack card for free. Yeah, I have to get that one. And then focus damage, deal damage equal to the cost of 1 in your hand. So I definitely want this stealth. And I'm kind of looking at my deck here. Which card do I not care about? Maybe the silent attack is just deal 1 damage and conceal. I'm replacing with the conceal, so that's a candidate to be removed. Gain 3 block. Deal 3 damage. That's a new one, new one, new one. That's a prepare, so it's good. 3 damage. Yeah. Do that and just burn that card out of the deck. I could have just picked up 2 cards, but I'm just going to burn one instead. Alright, as we move on to wave 3. I'm going to flip a new card to our market. This Fan of Daggers, deal 2 damage to all enemies, and it has ambush. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and reveal our level 3s. Spirit Wolf, Alpha Wolf. Alpha Wolf will start with 2 block. When he arrives, give all other minions 2 strength. Wow, that is strong. And the Spirit Wolf says, on death, all minions gain 2 strength. Okay. Let's see, 8 health over here, 8 health over here, and 7 health over here. And we flip this intent card down. Right way. All right, so we're going to have a circle or a diamond. So it's going to be these two, one of these two on the end. And then we've got our potion. They're unconcealed. Let's go. 4, 5. All right, we've got our deal 4 damage finale. Deal 3 damage. Deal 2 damage ambush. And conceal. Play your next card for free. Your next attack card for free. Okay, I think I can get off all these cards. My hope is that I can actually take someone out without going over too much damage. So I think we're going to start with the Alpha Wolf. Oh no, Spirit Wolf has 7 attack. Yeah, we got to take out the Spirit Wolf. Got 8 health. So first thing we're going to do is, because we've got to burn some cards, we're going to conceal. Okay. We are going to spend 1 to attack, deal 3 damage. I'll take him down to 5. Oh, hold on here. If I deal 3, who's the closest? He's 8, 8. 7 plus 2 is technically 9. I'm not going to be able to maximize. I'm going to waste a lot of damage here. Okay. So spend another 1. Do clever attack, 2 damage. And I'm down to 3. None of them have a good reward. Nope, they're just restoring 3 health. Okay. And let's spend our last 1 to do stealth attack. Conceal, play your next attack card for free. So we'll do that one. Deal 4 damage. Finale deals 8 damage. This spirit wolf is gone. All right, clean up our play area here. Draw 5 cards. Okay. Now we're going to flip this card. Best way to flip them this is diamond, so that guy's going to activate. I have no block. I didn't miss something. Yeah, no, everything I had was attack. So he's going to deal 4 damage to us, taking us down to 21. And then it's a diamond, deal 1 damage for every minion, so that's going to be 2. So 1, 2, we are down to 18, 19. Yeah, no, it's 18. Well, I had 25, I had 24. I took 4 damage. I had 25, I took 4 damage. Got down to 1, 19. Yeah, because the zero's not there. Okay. Yeah, it's the only thing about the health. I wish they had put a 0 space there so you can go 20, 0 for the 2 cubes. All minions gain 3 block. So this block stays, or would have been put on at the beginning of his turn, and he gains another 3. And this one just gains 3. So we know square is coming up, so it's definitely going to be this spirit wolf here on the end. I got my concealed, and I know that my 5 damage should be coming up. Take a look and see. Yep, I got my 5 damage. I got my deal 4 damage, discard 2. More draw. So try to get the 11 damage to take out. Oh, I messed up. On death, all minions gain 2 strength. So he gains 2. He would have gained 2, which would have done 2 more to us. Okay. Oh, but I also no. He gave no reward, but this spirit wolf will give me 3. Let's take him out because he's going to do 6 damage. All right, we're already concealed. We're going to start off with 3. Spend 1 to shadow block. I gain 2 block. If concealed, draw 2 cards. 1, 2. That's perfect. We're going to spend 1. Do reckless attack. Deal 4 damage. So let's go ahead and hit the spirit wolf. That'll take out his block. Deal 1 to him. And then the 2 cards we're going to discard is going to be quick draw And the only one, I thought I had another card with ambush. Wanted these two for the planning to take him out. He's the only one that's going to trigger. So let's get rid of the 3 block card. Yeah, because that one's going to deal 3 damage. So that'll take him from 7 to 4. And then I get to draw 1. I believe these cards are discarded and then activate. So we'll go back and draw 1, which is a deal 2 damage ambush. Nice. All right, he's got 4 left. If I spend this 1, I won't have any left. Actually, that's fine. So we're going to play this one for free. This is a prepare 2 costs, and I played 2 cards. Gain 1 block, draw 2 cards. Gain another block and draw 2. So this is the deal 4 damage finale. And this is the conceal, play your next card for free. Still got to do 4 damage to this enemy. I'm going to play Insight. Discard 1, gain energy, the discarded card. I am going to discard this clever attack, which will deal 2 damage. Oh, wait a minute. That. I want to spend our last energy to do backstab. I'm concealed, so I'll deal 5 damage, which is enough to take out Spirit Wolf. I'm going to gain 3 health back. 1, 2. Yeah, see? So it's 20. There's no 0. 3. Okay. Now I can turn my attention to this other one. I don't know that I can take out. Blocks. He's got 5 worth of block. So let's discard 1. That's where we're going to discard this ambush. We'll gain 1 energy back. We'll deal 2 damage. Take out his basic block. Card gets discarded. And with my 1 energy, I'm going to, let's see, I'm not concealed anymore. Play stealth attack, which will conceal me. And the next card, attack card I play is for free. Then I'll play Showstopper, which will deal 8 damage. Which would have been enough to take him out, but it's going to be 8 minus the 3 is 5. So it's going to take him from 7 to 2. And I could have played my potion to gain 2 energy, but I don't even have any cards in my hand. Very, like, combo. A lot of combos with these characters. So I got 4 cards. Shuffle this. Go ahead and get last card. Right? Stealth attack. Very nice. We know this is going to be square. So enemy there, and then all minions gain 1 strength. But he still gets his block, regardless of whether they activate or not. Okay. Making sure check that enemy. Yep, they just only gave me 3 health. Oh, on death, all minions gain 2 strength. He's going to gain 2 more strength. Okay, so he is at 9 damage. And a square diamond. I think the last square diamond At diamond, actually. Maybe that one will be square. We are not going to take the chance. We need to deal. Oh, he's almost dead. Almost out. See, this is deal 3 damage, gain 3 block. Oh. Oh, I have 2 deal 3 damages. I was going to say I don't have enough damage to finish him off. Let's reset our energy. None of these will take advantage of concealed, but let's just do quick draw. Deal 3 damage, draw 1 card. So 2 of the block will go away. Be down to 1, draw a card. And then I'll just spend the 1 to deal 5 damage. Take him out. And I gain 3 health. So I'll be up to 23. All right, so I finished the 3rd wave. New reward that I should have looked at is clear the road. And I can get 2 cards, and I can do that in any order. I see deal 2 damage to all enemies. So the way the boss will work is there'll be level 1 or wave 1 enemies out there. If you can kill them, you can take them all out, but he has an ability, I believe, that will let him spawn more. So you kind of want to balance making sure you don't get hit by the enemies while also dealing damage to the boss. I've also got a gain 3 block finale, deal damage equal to the cost of something in hand. Doesn't seem as good. It costs 2. I'd probably deal 5 if I had the vicious attack. I think what I'm going to do is maybe get Fan of Daggers because it's an ambush, and then I'm going to clear the row. Hope I can get a discard. So this is the one I'm grabbing, and I'm going to clear the row. Deal 4 new ones. 1, 3, 4. So I've got a sleight of hand, draw 3 cards. It's an ambush. I've got a prepare, deal 2 damage, gain 2 block, and then conceal. And I've got a shadow burst. This turn, every time you become unconcealed, deal 4 damage. And then I've got a conceal, draw 1 card, ambush. I am not at all excited about any of those. I think I'll just end up getting the counter. Shadow burst is nice, and it's 0. But I don't remember how many times I've become unconcealed. I think I only have the 1 card that does concealed damage. It says this turn, every time you become unconcealed. So the other thing is if I take half damage, I become unconcealed, but it wouldn't be my turn. So I only have 1 card that I would have to draw at the same time as Shadow Burst just to deal that extra 4 damage. Or I can do this prepare, potentially play it for free, deal 2 damage and gain 2 block. And conceal, because I can probably use the conceal to half damage. So let's do that. Card comes out and replaces it. All right, got this one. No, that's the new card. All right, shuffle it up really good. Here. Blocks go away. Our health goes away. My energy goes back to 3. Now, like I showed you before, we are on this side of the boss card. But now most of his abilities are going to be for him specifically, not necessarily the minion. And then we're going to get 3 wave 1. Because the boss does not fight fair one-on-one. 8, 6, 5. But to be fair, it is a wolf pack. So give all other minions 1 strength, and it's minions, so the boss does not get it. And this one, Omega Wolf can attack again, so it would deal 2 the first time and then 2 the second time. Because they're pretty easy to take out. The boss is 30 health, and we are at 23. This goes away because that was from last turn. Now we got circle or diamond, right? So they don't have a ton of health. So what I want to try to do is maybe take one out and then deal the rest of the damage to the boss. Yeah, I've got my conceal. I'm already concealed. Ambush. 3 damage. Ambush. 3 damage. 2 damage. Ambush. Okay, I have no discard. Make those ambushes for free. I have 4 in my hand. But 1's a prepare. 4 costs in my hand, but 1's a prepare. So we can play everything in our hand. This one's 3 and 2, so I can maximize to take out a wolf pup. So let's spend 1. I'm going to do quick draw. Deal 3 damage, draw 1 card. I'm going to deal 3 damage to this wolf pup, taking him down to 2. I'm going to draw 1 card, the discard one. Not going to need it though. So the next one we're going to play is this counter, prepare, so it's free. It has a cost of 1. We played a card before it. Deal 2 damage, so that'll take out this wolf pup. No reward, and then we're going to gain 2 block. All right, now we want to put some damage into the boss. I'm going to spend 1, do this attack. You'll deal 3 damage. I'll take him down to 27. Then we are going to there is a chance he activates, but that's only 4 damage. So we're going to spend our last one to deal 2 damage to the boss, the 25. Yeah, 25. And then I've got a conceal in my hand, but I'm already concealed to do any of that. Okay. Draw back up to 5, 4, 5. Played a lot of attacks there. Deal 2 damage. Deal block, deal 5 damage. Okay, so I'm still going to have damage. All right, so we're going to flip over the intent. Circle. So this Omega Wolf will deal 2 damage, so that will take this block out. And then another 2 damage, taking me down to 21. And then boss will gain 1 strength. So having looked ahead to see what the boss is going to do. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Now it's our turn. So if we can do a take one of them out again, it's going to be circle or triangle. So really I should just take out the Omega Wolf. Got 8 health though. Circle for the boss will gain 1 strength. Triangle will gain 1 strength and summon a minion. I don't know that I have enough damage to take someone out. Energy's back up to 3. Let's spend 1 to do backstab. It's going to be 5 damage. Put that into the boss. I think we will. I think we've got enough health to survive this, and I've got some block in my hand. So let's take the boss down from 25, 20. And I'm now unconcealed. There's a prepare of 2. Oh, did I mess that up again? Yeah, I kind of did. Hold on. Roll this back. 5. I should have spent that one to play Shadow Block first. Gain 2 block. And if concealed, draw 2 cards. 1, 2. There we go. Now we're going to spend another 1. I only have 1 ambush. Play our backstab. That'll deal that 5 damage. We are unconcealed. Then we're going to play acrobatics for free. Gain 1 block, draw 2 cards. Draw 1. This will get shuffled. I'm all about that draw power. You can ask the other guys when I play any deck building type game. I usually go for draw so I can get to everything I want. I think I did that with Clank Catacombs. Played that a couple times. I definitely got more ambush cards. But that'll be the last card I play. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend our last one for stealth attack, conceal. Play your next attack card for free. So then we're going to play reckless attack. It'll deal 4 damage. And so I have the discard 2, but you have to go in order from top to bottom, left to right, activating things on the cards. So I'm going to deal the 4 damage first. I'm just going to hit the boss, taking him down from 20 to 16. And then I'm going to discard this one, deal 2 damage, this ambush. I am going to hit, let's see, it's circle. I'm going to start hitting this wolf pup. You know what? Let me do that 4 damage to him. I can take him out and then deal 1 damage somewhere. So take down to 4. This ambush will deal 2 damage to him. And then the second card that I'm discarding will be Fan of Daggers, which deals 2 damage to all enemies. So I'll take the wolf pup out and then go ahead and what's this, all enemies. That's going to hit the boss too. I'll take him down to 18. All right, so wolf is out. Mega Wolf. He's going to deal 1 damage somewhere. We'll go ahead and just pin it on the boss. And then that wolf is still alive, but should not activate. I am out of energy. Oh, I've got stun potion. Let's see, it's going to be circle or triangle. It's not going to do any damage to me, so there's no point in playing this 3 block. Unless I want to do this showstopper, actually. Deal 4 damage finale, that would deal 8 damage. That seems like a good idea. Let's use our stun potion. The first one we're going to, that gives us 2. We're going to spend 1 to gain 3 block. And then we're going to use the last one to do showstopper. Deal 4 damage because of finale, it deals 8 damage. So 17 down to 9. All right. I really do like this rogue. I think the wizard will like this rogue. The conceal mechanic is very interesting. Um, and I'm still going towards the discard type deck. I think there's a couple other ones you can do, like a bunch of prepares and things. I haven't tried the warrior yet to see what they're like. All right, so let's go ahead and flip this intent card. It's a circle. Enemy's not there. He's just going to gain 1 strength. That's it. Intent diamond, so nobody's going to be there, but he'll deal 1 damage 2 times and gain 5 block. So again, that damage, I think this goes here, I'm not really sure. That damage will +2, so it'll be 3 and 3. It'll be 6 damage total. But he's only got 9 left. Let's see if we can take him out, and that would end the match. We don't have to take out the alpha wolf. Still concealed. We lose all our block. And we do 9 damage. There's 3. There's 2. That's 5. There's 3. That's 8. But we got a couple of draws. The ambush. Kill 3. Prepare at 1. Discard. I've got an ambush, so let's do that for the discard. All right, so we're back up to 3 energy. Let's play our insight. Discard 1. Gain energy of the discard card. We're going to do quick draw. We're going to gain 1 energy. We're going to deal 3 damage to the boss. Takes him from 9 to 6. And we're going to draw a card. I played this earlier to get a feel for the game, and none of these reward cards were in that. There's a pretty healthy stack of cards. So you're going to play it a couple times, and sometimes you're just not going to see any of the same cards. Outside of your starting deck, there's like 10 cards in your starting deck. No, for that 5 and 5. So there's 9 cards in your starting deck. And then you draw 1 at the beginning. Draw 1. Ooh, deal 2 damage to all enemies in an ambush. So we did that inside. I thought I had a prepare. I do have a prepare. So let's spend 1. Play this prepare because it's free. Deal 2 damage. Takes him down to 4. Gain 2 block. All right, then let's spend 1. Deal 3 damage. Takes him down to 1. Then let's spend 1 to deal Fan of Daggers and deal 2 damage to all enemies. And that will finish off the boss. He did not do a lot of damage to me. They didn't do a lot of damage to me. I played much better than the first time I played. I was just kind of attacking whoever and not paying a lot of attention to the intent. So the intent's really important to pay attention because I'm like, I can ignore this person, I can ignore this person, do some damage. I like this game. It's a little bit of work to set up because you can see how many different components there are. Right, I got to pull out all the health, not bad. I got to find the enemies, not bad. Tokens, but then I've got like these potions, got the wave rewards, intent cards, my special card, player board, market. There's a lot of components. It took a little bit to set up and figure out how I wanted to organize the table. But I really had fun with it. This is probably my second 2.5 times playing it. And I've just had fun playing it, doing combos. The abilities feel really nice. This is the easy one. So I think once I start playing some of the harder ones, I'll probably take more damage. First time I played, not knowing what I was doing, I took a lot of damage, right? So strength and things like that are pretty cool. But again, as long as you can manage the enemies, it's not going to hurt you too. All right, so that is the end of a playthrough. Small Time Heroes. Hopefully I can get another playthrough in with another boss. I thought about doing the warrior, but it's one of those where you kind of got to know the cards a little bit to do the cool combos. And right now I don't have the time to relearn him right away and then play through with a new enemy as well. So, but hopefully we'll get to see if I can find some new cards out of the market deck. So, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Wizard of Mo Games, signing off.